Well, hello there and happy 2015. Our last update was right before Christmas, and from that point on, it has just been crazy, crazy, crazy.
The first update that we want to let you know about is just before Christmas. We were traveling up country, and the engine in our car decided to blow up. Had no warning lights on the dash, didn't have any indications that anything was wrong, and within 5 seconds, the engine had seized, and we pulled over to the side of the road, and that was the end of it. So we ended up having to find a way through our friends here in SIM to tow our car 3 hours back to Nairobi, where we were able to secure a new engine, and then a new alternator, and then electronic stuff. And you can imagine it all took place Christmas Eve and then the week between Christmas and New Year's. And we're thankful that we do have a car that is running again, but it was quite a challenge in the moment.
Well, we had the tremendous privilege of having our family come and stay with us through the holidays. Clinton's mom was able to come and stay with us. Just before she left, my family came into town, and they were here for about 3 weeks. And it was just amazing. It was such a blessing to have them here, and just to show them ministry and all that God is accomplishing here, so that they could really see it for themselves. And that was such a joy. What was also exciting at Christmas time was that Clinton and a couple of the other guys here on the compound worked very hard and built a very large and exciting play structure for all of the kids here. And that was Clinton's big present to our girls. So it was a huge, huge, huge labor of love for him to do that, but very exciting.
One of the fun things we did with Tatiana's family out here is when we were taking them up country, my brother-in-law and I went on a motorcycle tour with the cars, but that was sort of the Christmas present from the family to me, and we got to ride, and while we were doing this, we actually started meeting with different regional coordinators as we were going through Western Kenya, talking to them and hearing about their visions and their dreams for this upcoming year, what they're seeing God do in their region, how we can partner with that, and then met with a local network of pastors just outside of Kakamega, and spent some time sharing what we do and asking them how we can partner with them, how we can walk alongside them. And not only was it an amazing time with family, letting them see what it is that we do, but it was also an incredible time to be out in the country, enjoying it and creating and understanding the scope of what the ministry is for 2015.
Well, just as family was heading back to the States and we were getting into gear for 2015, we were hit really hard with a lot of opposition. The first thing that happened is that our family got very sick. I came down with a really horrible cold, and the girls got sick, and Clinton actually got sick for a couple of days as well.
And you may have seen the request for prayers on Facebook, but we also want to let you know some things going on with our team. Our mentors, Colin and Faye, were not able to come back to Kenya yet. They're still in the UK. They're trying to do tests and now biopsies to see if Colin has prostate cancer. And so we're praying for him and really hoping that the doctors have guidance and that there is healing for him. Faye has also undergone a procedure to continue trying to get healthy. And then locally here, our good friend and colleague, David Juma, who is our national coordinator for the Cell Kenya ministry that we work with, his mom is actually having surgery as we're filming this. And so we're lifting her up in prayers. By the time you see this, please be praying for her recovery. We will be sending out an update over Facebook so that you know how these things are unfolding. So please keep those things in your prayer as we're continually seeing this opposition to the ministry.
Even though 2015 has started with a lot of opposition, we've seen the Lord moving in very powerful ways, particularly in my life, with a couple of new opportunities that I'm going to be exploring in the next year. The first one is that I have taken on the role of being the MK coordinator for SIM Kenya. And if you don't know what MK stands for, it stands for Missionary Kids. So I have the exciting honor and privilege of shepherding and watching over all of the kids that are on the field right now. And I don't exactly know what that entails, but I am very excited to get to know them and to provide resources and opportunities for them. The second opportunity that I'm going to be exploring this year is with our women's ministry at our church. The Lord has really laid it on my heart to join that ministry and to be a part of it. And we've already had several meetings and are gearing up for the first large meeting, which is going to be in March. And we've completely revamped the ministry, and God has just really laid an incredible vision on our heart for the women there. And I'm just so excited and privileged to get to be a part of that.
In 2015, our first ministry trip that we got to do was to a place called Beaumet, and we went and did a vision casting training. It was incredibly exciting. David Juma and myself, along with the whole family, because the training was on Valentine's Day, went to a church, and they had gathered 35 pastors and church leaders from about 15 different churches throughout Beaumet County, and we were able to cast the vision of transformational ministry and discipleship. And it was received so strongly that people asked if we would stay and continue training for the next week so that they could take what they were learning back to their churches. And we were incredibly honored. We asked them to go and begin to practice and explore with God what God was showing them and revealing to them for the first time, to see every member of their church equipped to go into the community and do ministry. And we have plans to go back and continue to walk alongside them, mentoring, coaching, and providing some additional training for their leaders. And we're incredibly excited to see where God went. So for our first training in 2015, it was a great way to start. Unfortunately, in the last week, we had another obstacle that came in our way. Our new car with our new engine, with the new alternator and the new, decided to break down again. And we had to tow it during the night back to our compound. It was just another challenge where we are really starting to see breakthrough and continuing to face opposition. So as we've said several times, we've found a lot of resistance to starting off this year, and we would ask you to pray, to highlight those things we've asked you to pray for. Number one, members of our team are still very sick, and we're needing the doctors to have a lot of wisdom and for the Lord to move in ways of bringing health and wholeness to them. Keeping our family healthy is another one. Our car, we're starting to have a lot of doubts in it, and just that the Lord would continue to restore that or show us a different direction that we should be doing for transportation. We were also just filling out our U.S. taxes, and there was a miscalculation for SIM, and it turns out that we're going to be owing a lot more in taxes than originally anticipated. And so all of this is coming together at the exact same time, and we know that there's opposition, but we also know that the Lord is faithful. So would you please join with us in prayer? You can follow along on the updates on Facebook, and if you aren't currently seeing those, at the bottom of the email that this video is in, you can click on Facebook, and it will show you the up-to-date prayer requests, what's going on, and that's a great way to keep tabs on us when we're in between videos. So thank you for watching. Have a very blessed time. Please let us know what we can be praying for you, and please keep us in your prayers over the next couple months. We'll see you in a month. Bye-bye.